Hello everyone, this is PotterBrony. Welcome to another blind reaction of DWK's Totally Legit Recap Series. This time we have episodes number 19, 20, 21, and 22 from Season 6, which would be The Fault in Our Cutie Marks, Viva Las Pegasus, Every Little Thing She Does, and p.p.o.v. So yeah, let's just get into it. It's gonna be a long one. These are a little bit longer than others. 6-7 minutes on average here. Okay, so as always, be sure to support the official release. The link to the originals are in the description below, or links to the originals are in the description below. And let's get it started with the Totally Legit recap for The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. And starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, so the CMCs are at these preppy fucks' house, charging them $35 an hour for a cutie mark consultation and knocking back a few Irish coffees. And this fucking chick is like, "Oh man, we're kind of freaking out about our daughter's spooky cutie mark. Like, what do you think it means?" Now, obviously, AB and Sweets were already giving these two the old Costanza eye, because you gotta figure that any adults who come to a couple of 12-year-olds for parenting advice might not be the sharpest tags. And AB's like, dude, have you ever, met your daughter? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm an orphan myself, so what do I know, right? But generally, I get this impression that when people have kids, sometimes they, talk to them. Like, "Hey, child I gave birth to, what's going on with you? Got any hobbies?" Crazy as it sounds, some of these people, and they're called parents, by the way, actually do this on a regular basis, so that when the child, say, I don't know, goes through some kind of personal rite of passage that essentially determines what she's going to be doing for the rest of her life, they can be like, "Oh, hey, congrats on being good at that thing you like that we totally know about." Now, I'm not knocking you guys or anything. I'm sure you got lots of dinner parties and wine tastings and school reunions to go to, and I mean, priorities, am I right? But can't you recall maybe ever having a passing conversation with your daughter that didn't revolve around who's taking care of her for the evening? To put that more succinctly, you're shitty people. That's what I was going for. Anyway, the girls are swaggering around the town, just having the bants and giving each other props because they aren't even teenagers yet and they're already running a business. And Scoodle is like, "Wow, dude,
and they're doing well.
Awesome." I mean, there are people twice their age who haven't accomplished half of what we've done and never will because they're broken messes of emotional confusion who spend their entire adult lives trying to escape reality through counterculture, nostalgia, and weird obsessions. And Apple Bloom's like, "That was an oddly specific example, but I agree."
A little
and
deep.
Sweetie's all, "Yeah, man, close. We're great and all, but I just can't shake this feeling that something unusual is about to happen that'll put all this knowledge and confidence we've earned to the test." "What makes you say that?" "I don't know, dude. It's just this weird vibe I get a couple times a year, and it always happens on a Saturday, oddly enough."
Weird.
And Scoots is like, "Dude, check it out. That bird has a cat's ass." So Sweetie's like, "Man, maybe we should go hang out somewhere else. I mean, griffins are shitty people." "Dude, that's racist." "It's not racist if it's just fucking true." Then this happens.
The cutie mark crusaders! I can't believe it's really
Yeah.
And so we see how right Sweetie was as this vicious beast violates the poor fillies in a merciless act of non-consensual hugging. So this is Gabby, a charming young moe catbird with a heart of gold who's come to Ponyland in search of some expert advice. And she's like, "Oh my god, you guys, I am so stoked to be here. You ponies spread compassion like it's herpes or something, and I want you to give me one of your tramp stamps so that I can find my purpose in life." Dude,
that's a good
what kind
comparison.
of operation do you think we're running here? If you want a tattoo, go to a tattoo parlor. If you want a venereal disease, go see Vinyl Scratch. Sorry, dude, I used some bad analogies there. It's from being around griffins all the time. Most of us are shitty people. I fucking told you, Apple Bloom. Anyway, I just think ponies are so nice, and I want to be just like you guys, and it's become my dream in life to get a cutie mark so I can... Not gonna happen, bro. You're a griffin. Dude, that felt kind of racist. She's just like that sometimes. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean it like that. Give us a minute, and we'll go talk to our crazy friend who lives in a bigger treehouse. Apple Bloom, come here. So, Gabby bounces for a sec. And Scoots is like, dude, I got a bad feeling about this chick. She hugs too hard and uses the word toodles. This has a 50% chance of ending in all three of us gagged and chained to a radiator. And Twiggy's like, not gonna happen, bro. She's a fucking griffin. See, Apple Bloom, if I'm racist, then so is the Princess of Friendship. I don't know what this is about, but get the fuck out of my house. So, the CMCs decide that even if Gabby can't get a cutie mark, they'll try to help her find a purpose in life because they're just sweet, kind little fillies like that. So, as it turns out, Gabby is pretty good at just about everything. Now, personally, I can absolutely relate to this because I have the same problem. You know, I've just got so much potential. Like, I'm great at so many things, and it affords me such a plethora of options that I'm constantly struggling to decide which of my many amazing talents I should dedicate my time to. It's a real conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, long story short, Catbird is good at everything, but she can't get a cutie mark because she's not a tiny horse. And she's like, dude, I give up. I'm just a basic bitch like every other griffin. And Scoots is like, dude, Gabs, I know you think cutie marks are better than tits, but they really don't fucking matter, man. A cutie mark is just a trophy that says you did something. It's just an afterthought to the thing itself. People who are obsessed with representations of their accomplishments rather than the accomplishments themselves are vapid assholes. And trust me, we used to be vapid assholes. Especially Apple Bloom.
For 5 seasons.
Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, you don't need a tramp stamp to tell you what your purpose is. I know you said
that is true, especially
compassion like it's herpes, but you didn't need anything from us. You had that herpes all along, and you've given it to everyone you've met. But hey, you're talking to the former vapid asshole support group, so we made you one just so you don't feel left out. We only figured out our purpose in life when we stopped trying so hard for a result and just started having fun with the process, you know? You obviously love helping people, so just do that, don't worry about anything else, and you might have a shot at the only result that matters. Dying without any regrets. Dude, you guys are really weird, but I fucking love you.
I know what it's like to want something that's out of reach. And just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it
that
can't.
scene.
Cause it's gonna be the future soon, and now it won't always be this way.
Yeah, if only that wasn't a dream. Alright, so that was the Totally Legit recap for The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. Yeah, he cuts deep with these things, right? Just like brings it right around. Had a reference there to, you know, grown people and obsessions with weird things, and yeah, I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, just living life, doing what you like. Hopefully, you could die with no regrets. Very, very deep. I can see that in the, now that it's pointed out like this, I can see that kind of tone in this particular episode. It was always a fantastic episode. I thoroughly enjoyed that one, and I enjoyed this recap of it. Was, yeah, that was pretty succinct. Alright, so, especially with his little tangent at the end there, or near the middle there of, towards the end there, yeah, of how awesome he is at so many things. So I'm so super jealous of you, man. So super jelly. Do people still say that? I doubt it. Whatever. Alright, so now, totally legit recap of Viva Las Pegasus. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff about, you know, holding a grudge and, you know, swindling people, or, you know, yeah, I'm not sure as to what he's going to do here, but let's take a look. In 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, so Twilight's like, all right, guys, you have to go to Las Pegasus. The map says so. And Fluttershy's like, I don't wanna. And AJ's
people
like,
still say jelly.
Can we, like,
At least he does.
re-roll on
Purple
this
jelly.
one? I mean, why us? We're not party people. Well, you just answered your own question. Out of the 6 of us, you're the only ones who won't spend the entire time dicking around. Rarity would go shopping or try to open another boutique. Dash and Pinky would end up in the hospital one way or another, and I get distracted by shiny things. Well, it makes Starlight do it. Starlight's an alcoholic. She'd probably die. So nobody likes that cunt. Fluttershy, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, it turns out that Las Pegasus is actually the multiverse's largest Chuck E. Cheese's, and it's owned by an Elvis impersonator pony. Because why not?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
He's Pony Elvis, or Pelvis, as I call him. And Pelvis is like, hey, Applejack and
Yeah,
Fluttershy,
Pelvis,
welcome to
that
my
works.
drug-induced fever dream. I'm gonna give you the VIP treatment. And I'm sitting here like, thank you. Why doesn't this happen more often? Like, okay, obviously Twilight and her friendship squad live in Ponyville, so it makes sense that nobody fanboys over them there. But you'd think that when any of the main 6 went to other cities, people would stop and say, oh shit, it's those chicks. Like, okay, I get it. Equestria doesn't have 1,000 TV channels shoving famous people's faces down its citizens' throats 24 hours a day, but we know it has newspapers. You'd think saving the world half a dozen times would land your picture in the paper and that some ponies
think
would
so.
recognize
That's
them, right?
great
This
point.
question has been bothering me constantly for 5 years, and now that I say that, I kind of want to kill myself. No matter how much I pretend it's true, self-awareness is not a get-out-of-autism-free card. Now, is it? I can say, oh, haha, look at me, I'm such a nerd as many times as I want, but at the end of the day, I'm a grown man whose entire life revolves around a 22-minute weekly toy commercial for little girls. Except when I'm watching anime. Fuck. And I go on
worry
YouTube and
about
I'm
it.
like, hey guys, I'm a giant fucking faggot. Can you believe what a fucking weird loser I am? And everyone's like, yep, you sure are. Here's
Nice
some
going
money.
off on a tangent here.
The younger me would have been like, man, I've got 1,000 subs on YouTube. I'm a cool guy. But this broken man who is speaking to you right now knows the truth. I am that homeless guy with a guitar who sits on the corner singing the blues while people toss coins in his hat. There is literally no difference between what I do and what that guy does, except he's probably less depressing. We even do the same thing afterwards. At the end of the day, we take that money, go to the liquor store, and buy enough booze to make us forget about how pathetic our lives are. I am an internet hobo, a pony-loving internet hobo. There's no turning back. All we can do is see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Okay, excuse
Moving
me.
on.
Now, I don't mean to co-opt one of Applejack's catchphrases, but what in fucking tarnation is going on here? This guy has a vagina on his chest. Okay, you know what this looks like? Have you ever dated a chick who only shaves her crotch like once every 2 weeks? Because this is about day 10 right here. All right, so it turns out Pelvis is a huge dick. I said is
oddly
a huge
specific.
dick. Get your mind out of the gutter. He basically plays he said, she said with all his employees to keep
it's
them
not my
hating
mind
each
that's in
other
the gutter.
because anyone with self-esteem and healthy relationships in their life wouldn't work
Although
at a
you're
place
kicking
where
it down
people
there.
get drunk and play skee-ball and DDR all day. Wait, what's going on here? Is that a waifu machine? Like, you put money in and she'll tell you she loves you for 5 minutes? I would say I wish this existed, but if it did, I'd die in front of it. Oh, and hey, I guess we're just gonna put all the biggest dicks in Equestria in one place, because look
it's
who's
these
working
guys.
here. And once again, I'm saying that Flim and Flam are dicks. I'm not talking about their massive, throbbing, veiny... Anyway, Fluttershy's like, well, we found our friendship problem. And AJ's like, yep, let's help them all be friends again, except those two, because fuck those guys. And Flutters is like...
Solving a friendship problem is important, no matter who's having it.
And I'm like, sorry, Butterball, but I have to respectfully disagree. At least for me, the importance of solving someone else's problems, which for the record is already extremely low across the board, tends to decrease exponentially for every time they've fucked me over. Anyway, I guess Fluttershy is just so nice, and AJ is just so freaking honest that neither of them can possibly conceive of how to expose this punk, so they have to fix these guys' deal just to enlist their help. So AJ's like, listen up, you motherfuckers. I know some guy told you that he said some shit and told you that he said some shit. Well, I'm here to tell you that that shit is bullshit. So stop arguing and help us ruin that guy's life. And they're like, seems legit. We good, bro? And so with Flim and Flam's help, our two heroines execute the master plan. So Pelvis is like, who's that chick? And Flim is like, oh, that's Mary Marehood, the biggest pimp in all of Equestria. She's probably come here to try and steal your employees because, as you and I both know, even being a whore would be better than working for you. They try to trick him into confessing his evil ways, but he's all, fuck you, Fluttershy, you can't fool me. How did you know? Because it takes a pimp to know a pimp, and you ain't one, son. So AJ and Butters follow him to his office where he proceeds to tell them how retarded they are and how much he loves bending his employees over and ramming them in their pony pipes. And AJ's like, aha, we were only pretending to be retarded. Well, actually, we're pretty retarded, but you're even dumber because you didn't notice Fluttershy holding down this intercom button on your desk for the last 5 minutes. And so the jig is up and Pelvis leaves the building to throw himself off the edge of Las Pegasus, ending his life as nothing more than pony splatter on the ground miles below. And AJ's like, well guys, I think we all learned an important lesson today. It doesn't matter how many times a person's fucked you over. You can always set aside your differences if you need to do it to someone else.
Excellent lesson, yes. Naturally.
To think that you lie to me.
Yeah, give the homeless man money. That's a good point. So, yeah, that's a great lesson, you know. Put aside your differences with people that have fucked you over in the past and fuck over this new guy who's fucking you over now. Then you can get back to fucking each other over later. I don't know, whatever. So that was the totally legit recap of Viva Las Pegasus, episode number 20 of season 6. I'll just get right into episode number 21. Yeah, I've really nothing else more to say to that one. So with episode number 21, Every Little Thing She Does, where Glim Glam here goes and kind of mind rapes everybody, or whatever you want to call it, hypnotizes or brainwashes, you know. My least favorite use of her abilities, kind of dark already. Let's see how much darker he makes it. And starting the episode, and starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go. Never dream.
Okay, so Twiggy Sparkles and Glamour Shot Glimmy are having their early morning magic sesh, and Twi's like, wow, Starlight, I haven't had magic workouts like this in years. I am really glad you're my friend. And Glimmy's like, I'm your best friend, right? Oh, come on, dude, you and the gals, you're all my best friends. Each of you gives me something that I can't get from anyone else. I could never say that one of you was my favorite or something. Okay, but like, what if we were on a sinking ship and you could only save one of us? Who would you pick? Don't worry, bro, I'd find a way to save you all. No, but I mean, if there was like no way,
she would find a way.
Twilight, you can't always just pull something out of your ass and save everyone and get everything you want in every single situation. Life doesn't work like that. Actually, my life works exactly like that, so blow me. Anyway, Glim Glam is lying in bed playing with her balls and wondering how to make Twilight Sensei like her the best. And Spike's like, oh my god, dude, how many times do you expect me to believe one of your pubes just accidentally landed on my toothbrush? This shit's not funny anymore. Sorry, dude, they're like kids. Once they leave the nest, I got no control over them. But yeah, well, the only reason your hair can even do that is because of what I do to your conditioner bottle. Now, come on, Twilight wants to see you. So, they go to Twiggles, and she's like, all right, man,
I don't want to know.
Spike have to go to Canterlot to attend a Pretty Pony Princess symposium. There's vodka in the fridge and tendies in the freezer, so you should be fine for a day. Do your friendship homework and don't fuck up. Now, of course, Glimmy sees an opportunity here, so she invites the girls over, and she's like, all right, guys, today we're gonna do all your your favorite, most cherished pastimes all at once. That way I can finish all my friendship homework and I can absorb your powers so Twilight will like me the best. And AJ's like, okay, so just to clarify, you don't care about spending time with us at all. You just want us to inconvenience ourselves for your own personal benefit. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. And Fluttershy's like, well, I can't really care for animals inside a castle, dude. They kind of like to be outside. And Rarity's all, darling, bro, I can't sew in the library. The lighting blows. And Dash just like, we can't hang out here. This place is fucking gay. And Pinky's like,
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
and Glimmy's like,
Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Shut that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up. Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up.
so Starlight bails and she's like, oh my god, what is wrong with these bitches? I'm trying to learn how to have healthy friendships and they're bringing their fucking feelings and personal preferences into it. How am I supposed to have friends if they won't do what I want them to?
Yeah, how dare they?
I remember. I'll use my old favorite spell from college, Rufius Catatonius. So everyone gets glammed and she's like, alright, you insolent shits, go do your favorite things. Oh, this is great. We have Pinkie Pie and her reality-bending spaghetti powers under the control of Starlight Gives No Fucks Glimmer. This is like when a kid finds his dad's gun and thinks it's a toy. Look at Rarity's serene, vacuous expression. Listen to that even more careful than usual enunciation.
Whatever you want me to have in my mind, Starlight Glimmer.
It's like she's had a botched lobotomy and the real Rarity is inside screaming to get out. Glimmy, you know you're my soul sister and that I'm always pulling for you, so I don't say this lightly. I am calling shenanigans. Look, starting a cult and trying to destroy the world are mistakes we all make. It's just part of becoming an adult. But roofing my waifu is unacceptable. This is inexcusable behavior. You are getting a big timeout for this one, Missy, and a spanking. I am going to lift up your tail and smack your little pony butt cheeks until they're good and red and... Excuse me a moment.
Yeah, just you gotta make it awkward.
So, Glamour's like, dude, AJ, I don't have all day to listen to your dumb memories and life experiences. Just sum it up in one sentence. And so we buried our third sister under the hay pile in the back of the barn, and from that day on, Big Mac always locked his door at night and never slept on his back again. You know what? You can have one more sentence. Give me some context on that one. It's exactly what it sounds like. And then this happened, but I didn't scream because I'm a big boy. Anyway, I think we all know where this is going. Long story short, the Friendship Castle playset gets demolished, and AJ's like,
Big Mac told me with a whole lot of power comes a heck of a lot of responsibility.
and I'm like, Applejack, stop talking about your brother's dick. So of course Twilight comes home and she's like, wow, Glimmer, you managed to set the house on fire and flood it at the same time. Good job. All right,
That
so
takes
Twiggy
skill.
Sparkle Dust undoes the Rohypnotism spell and she's like, Starlight, bro, I'm not trying to sound like a mom or anything, but I left you alone for one day. And Glimmy's like, dude, I just wanted to prove I was the crunkest bitch around so you'd think I was cool. And Twiggy's like, man, you don't get it. Trying to prove something won't make people like you. It just makes you look like a dick and there's a good chance you'll fuck up everyone's day. I get that you've had a miserable life, but shitty experiences don't make it okay to be a shitty person. Now you're gonna apologize, you're gonna clean all this shit up, and you can forget about those tendies. Can I still have the vodka? Yeah, of course, this isn't a prison sentence. So, it's the next day, and Rarity, only you could turn a massive hangover into a way to be fashionable. If I could do that, I'd be on fucking magazine cover. And Fluttershy's like, dude, when I woke up, there was a trapdoor spider trapped in my back door. Fortunately, he was okay, but I kinda need an explanation here. And Glimmy's like, guys, I'm sorry for mind raping you and making you my butt slaves, but just know I only did it so I could cheat on my homework. And Dash is like, dude, I'm not mad and we're still friends, but fuck you, you're an awful person. And Glimmy's all, look, dude, whatever Twilight and her stupid friendship lessons say, I know I'll probably never be part of your clique, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm a crazy bitch who's barely capable of casual social interaction. And they're all like, yep, you sure are. And that's why you fit right in.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
Yeah, her reality bending spaghetti powers. That's a good way of describing it. And never was that more shown here, is like when you cut off all emotion from her. or all sense of it's like it's just nothing but pure Pinky power. All right, so that was the totally legit recap of every little thing she does. Now, yeah, that's about it. You said everything that needs to be said. Now to start off with totally legit recap of Pony Point of View. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Yar.
Okay, so Twilight's like, hey Spike, let's go meet our good friends Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie at the train station.
Why the fuck you gotta do
they're
that?
coming back from their trip. And Spike's like, okay, good. It's too bad that our other friends Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash couldn't go on that trip with them. Good. Keep going. We couldn't go either. Okay.
Good exposition.
Yeah, obviously. I was born on a Tuesday, and my parents named me Twilight because. No. Hold on. That's too much. So the ritual is complete,
Yeah,
and the
that's enough
exposition
exposition.
train is summoned. But when the gals get out, they're salty as fuck. And Spike's like, God damn it! It's one
Because
of
it's
these.
on the
things.
ocean.
Why does everyone we know have so many fucking interpersonal problems? It's because you touch yourself at night, Spike. Dude, if that's how it
Yeah, stop
worked, everyone
fucking
in
up,
this
Spike.
town would have murdered each other years ago. So Twiggy's like, all right, Spike, this will be easy. I'm sure they can talk this out over some tea and cookies, and if not, we'll just drag him down to the friendship basement and have Starlight fix him. Wait, I thought you just yelled at her about that last week. You know, honestly, I was just mad because I didn't think of it myself. So the intended guest bottom bitches show up, and Twice like, yep, Rarity pushed out, Pinky pushed out, and holy shit, Spike, look at this! Dude, what is it? Applejack can write.
I was just about to make that joke.
I'm sorry. My mane wasn't made to support marine life.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Believe it or not, I
think
actually
I
have
did.
fucking standards and I can do better than this. Anyway, since her master plan was thwarted, Twilight is forced to venture down the rabbit hole without her trusted Earl Grey. So she shows up at Rarity's and she's like, bitch, what the fuck is going on with you and those two? How many times do I have to do this shit? And Rarity's like, darling, bro, I am so fucking distressed right now. Like, some bullshit went down and my dainty ass cannot handle it. Yeah, and you're gonna tell me about it right now, or I'm throwing you in the friendship dungeon and you can be Starlight's personal butt maid for a week. Fine, since you forced it out of me. Hurry the fuck up, I've got important princess shit to do. Oh my god, calm your crushed tits. Okay, so we showed up for the boat trip, and I was like so fucking cool about everything, but Applejack just had to pick today of all days to start doing PCP. So, me and Pinky still tried to have a good time.
Want to give it a whack, Rarity? Oh, darling, of course. Darling, of course.
Anyway, then Applejack got so hopped up that she had a dissociative episode and sunk the ship. Oh my god, you are so full of shit. You're going to the friendship torture chamber right now. Yeah, dude, you just said I had to tell you about it. You didn't say it had to be accurate. You win this one, Rarity. So, Pinky's like, oh my god, dude, that trip was lame. First, Rarity shows up surrounded by seamen. Wait, I'm sorry, what? You know, men who sail around the sea or whatever. What the fuck are men, man? Anyway, then I tried to get her to play with my stick and she wrecked the boat. Twilight, why are we even
Missing
talking
a few
to
steps
her?
here.
I don't know, man. I didn't ask for any of this. So, AJ's like, all right, dude.
Yeah,
don't
but you
worry.
got all of
I'll
it.
tell you exactly what happened in as much detail as I can remember. Thank God I finally get to talk to a sane person. All right,
Let's
so
see how you
Rarity
fuck that
showed
one
up looking like a Titanic pain in my ass, and she was like... And then Pinky showed up, looking like a sugar-shocked lunatic as usual. Then I realized this was gonna be a fucking disaster no matter what, so I drank a fifth of apple whiskey, and the next time I was coherent, we were on the train ride home and everyone was mad, especially me. I'm not gonna say I'm not disappointed, but at the same time, I can't really blame you.
Working.
So, Twigs and Spike are back at the Sparkle Hut, and she's like, God damn it, Spike, how many times do these bitches have to get mad at each other for some poorly defined reason and then sulk around like a bunch of salty cum buckets? How many times do they have to learn not to get butthurt over some trivial bullshit?
colorful
I'm
language.
so fucking pissed right now, I almost want to tell them to fuck
Colorful
off.
imagery.
Man,
That's
Twilight, shut the fuck up. Your life would be so much worse without those chicks. You'd literally be Moon Dancer. Spike, get a mop. I just had an epiphany. So, Twy concocts another clever ruse, and this
Yeah,
time it
it needs a
actually
mop.
works, because
Yeah.
there's only one thing in the multiverse that ponies find more irresistible than tea. Twilight, where are they? Darling, bro, am I to understand that you're in possession of some delicious chicken tenders? I need my tendies. Where are my tendies? And Twilight's like, I'm sorry, dude. I lied. There's no tendies.
Oh, they love those
and
tendies.
AJ's like,
Don't appreciate being hornswoggled into coming back here.
and Twilight's all, Applejack, that is definitely not a word. Oh yeah, you would say that, you hornswoggling hornswoggle. Alright, listen, you dumb whores. I sat my sorry ass through each one of you recounting what happened on the boat, and while all your stories were different, they all had one thing in common. They were all bullshit. When I realized that, I was able to extrapolate what actually happened, and the answer is... who fucking cares? Guys, we're best friends, but that doesn't mean we aren't gonna do dumb shit and piss each other off all the time. Every time one of you has some stupid problem I have to fix, I'm like, holy shit, when will they learn the lesson? When will this end? But I realized something today. It never will. The ride never ends. Friends aren't people who don't piss you off. They're people who are worth forgiving over and over. Like, even if there was some fantastical ass pull of an explanation for why your boat sank, what would it really change? Who cares? Nobody meant any harm and nobody got hurt, so just drop it. You had a shitty day, but if you stay mad at each other, you're gonna have a shitty life. And AJ's like, Twilight, you are one corny bitch. But whatever, you hornswoggles are my best friends. Holy shit, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, just keep that on the screen. That's Alright, so yeah, that thing I'm just gonna talk about, that thing with the being forgiving of your friends, especially since, yeah, it's absolutely right. Friends aren't people who don't piss you off. Friends are people who don't piss you off, but are worth forgiving over and over and over. Absolutely true. And hopefully everyone has that core group of friends like that. I know I do. Hopefully everyone is like, otherwise it's gonna be a pretty shitty life if you don't have people that you like enough to just always be around, no matter how much they piss you off sometimes. Yeah. I had one friend who been friends with for fucking ever, man. Just yeah, entire life, literally, not even exaggerating. Our parents were friends, so we literally grew up together. Our parents are friends. And it was, I don't know, one time he just pissed me off. I just kind of snapped, but we got over it pretty fucking quick. And it pissed me off when he keeps talking about these chicks that want him, and that time it was like, yeah, he's willing to admit, good-looking guy, and unfortunately gets more action than I ever do. So that was just a little bit of jealousy there when I snapped at him about it. He's like, "Ah, boo-hoo, she wants my jock," is pretty much what I said to him, and he countered back with, "Hey, you want her?" He's like, "Go for it, fucking go for it, man." He's like, "But I don't know where it ended, but we just kind of argued a little bit. There wasn't really much more to it than that, and then just kind of gave up, and I wasn't upset about that anymore. Am I still upset about it? I don't know. Whatever. So I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'm just going to end this one here. Oh, and as always, as I said before, be sure to show your support, and links to the originals are in the description below. And until next time, take care.